In today's America, the average consumer is feeling pressure from all sides, and it's like life is getting harder even when people are working more and trying their best, because prices are going up, savings are going down, and debts are rising like never before. And everywhere you look, people are adjusting how they live, what they buy, and even how they feel about the future. And this story is not just about a few numbers on a chart, but about real people making real choices every day just to stay afloat. And if you've ever felt like your money disappears faster than it used to, like groceries are costing way more than last year, or like your paycheck just isn't stretching as far as it once did, then you're not alone. Because millions across the United States are going through the same struggle. And it's all part of a bigger shift in the economy, where inflation, higher interest rates, and fewer savings are combining to create a perfect storm of financial pressure. And at the heart of this change is the rising cost of everyday life, from food to gas to rent. And even though wages have gone up slightly for many people, the rise in prices has been much faster. So it feels like you're working more just to stand still. And let's not forget credit card debt, which has hit record highs, with more Americans borrowing to cover basic needs, sometimes even to pay for groceries or electricity bills. And this debt isn't just numbers, it's real stress, sleepless nights, and tough choices like skipping meals or working extra jobs. And all this is made worse by the fact that during the pandemic, many people had a little extra cash from government help or savings when they were stuck at home. But now that cushion is gone, and what's left is a painful reality where prices have jumped, but incomes haven't kept up. And interest rates have climbed too. So borrowing money is more expensive than ever, which means things like buying a home, getting a car loan, or even managing student loans are harder than before. And as people feel the squeeze, they're changing their habits, cutting back on spending, switching to cheaper brands, avoiding restaurants, or delaying vacations and big purchases. And that's not just a temporary change, because experts believe these patterns may stick around for years, especially if inflation stays high or the economy doesn't improve fast enough. And while some wealthy consumers might still be okay, it's the middle and lower income families who are facing the hardest hit, having to juggle rent, groceries, school fees, and medical bills with little room to breathe. And this pressure can also cause emotional strain, with people reporting more anxiety about money, less confidence in the economy, and even fear about their future. And when people lose confidence, they tend to spend less, which in turn slows down the economy even more, creating a loop that's hard to break. And it's not just individuals feeling this. It's businesses, especially small ones, who are seeing fewer customers and tighter margins. Because if people aren't spending, shops and services struggle too. And some may be forced to lay off workers or close down, adding even more pressure to the job market. And while the government and the Federal Reserve are trying to balance things, raising interest rates to fight inflation without crashing the economy, the reality is that change takes time. And in the meantime, regular people are stuck in the middle, trying to make ends meet, trying to hold on to hope, and trying to stay afloat in a system that feels like it's not built for them anymore. And this story of the squeezed American consumer isn't just a financial issue. It's a human story about resilience, survival, and the everyday courage it takes to wake up, go to work, and carry on even when the numbers don't add up. And if you're watching this and nodding your head because it sounds familiar, just know you're not alone. This is the for millions. And the more we understand it, the more we can talk about it, share it, and maybe even help fix it. Because behind every chart is a person. Behind every statistic is a story, and behind every squeezed budget is someone just trying to build a better life. And maybe, just maybe, by talking about this openly, we can start to shift things in a better direction where hard work actually pays off, and people don't have to choose between bills and basic needs. And in this economic journey, it's important to stay informed, stay aware, and most of all, stay strong. Because even in hard times, people have the power to adapt, support each other, and push for change that makes life better for everyone, not just a few at the top. And this is the story of today's American consumer. Not a number, not just a data point, but a living, breathing person trying to navigate a tough world with strength, hope, and determination.